Many aspects of the English language are confusing or harder to master for non-native speakers. Learning another language is no easy feat. You can memorize all the rules and still find yourself messing something up. The English language is no exception. With roots in many other world languages, English includes a number of spelling, grammar and pronunciation rules that seem to contradict one another, in addition to the many norms and standards that often stump ESL learners. We asked HuffPost Facebook followers who are not native English speakers to share what aspects of the English language they find confusing or ridiculous. Some native English speakers also jumped in to share their observations as well. While many apply to other languages, others are unique to English. 1. My mom and I used to always laugh so hard when we heard people say, "I feel like toast," or "I feel like fish," instead of "I feel like having fish or toast." It must be so strange to feel like you're a piece of toast. Carleen Hashay 2. Sean Bean does not rhyme. Costanza-Baldi 3. The lunacy behind blaming yourself for an injury or illness. I broke my arm in the car accident versus my arm got broken in a car accident. So much blame on a person for illness and injury. So strange. Katie Lou 544. Idioms are one of my favorite things. I remember learning, "It's raining cats and dogs" at uni, and the whole class cracked up. Mind you, in French we say, "It's raining ropes." Catherine McAdam 5. When a question is asked in the negative, for example, "Are you sure you don't want any cake?" should I say, "Yes," as in I'm sure, or "No," as in I don't want any cake? Steph AAY 6. That darn, I before E, except after C, lie. Anamari Marquez Grossman 7. Different pronunciations for table and comfortable. Angeles Ellis Mora 8. Telling the time, let's just say it's 12:30 p.m. British people would say, 12:30. In my native Estonian, it's 1:30. Mari Isma 9. A and the do not exist in Russian. So even though I have now spent 15 years living in English-speaking countries, I still get it wrong sometimes. Svetlana Sargant 10. As a dance teacher, I kept telling my students to move their feet with the S at the end. It's confusing why some plural don't need the S, like fish or feet. Christina Hera 11. All the different pronunciations for the same vowel combination. Alina Brito Lee 12. Cough and though don't rhyme, but sue and through do. Anamari Marquez Grossman 13. I always wondered why you have to pronounce tough and dough absolutely different when there is only one letter different. Manuela Friedel 14. Tough, through, thorough, thought though, trough, need I explain? Miriam Tage 15. When you say uncle, it is not clear if you are talking about the brother of your mom or the brother of your dad, or the husband of your aunt. Same goes for aunt. In my maternal language we have different adjectives for all those family members. Tepku Ruya Osman 16. That you don't have any pronoun that is gender neutral. In the Scandinavian languages we can use hen, which is a combination of hun, her, and han, he. Marie O'Nielsen 17. My husband always says we have 75 words that all mean the same thing, but depending what you want to say, it can sound rude even though you are technically correct. Becky Garcia 18. Just explain how the words re and red sound alike. Anamari Marquez Grossman 19. We have silent letters, like and plumber. WTF is that about? Maria Harvey 20. In and on is super hard for my Latino students. In the bus is same as on the bus, but on the car isn't in the car. Amanda at Bear 21. I find really confusing that there is difference between saying I love you and I am in love with you. In my country it has the same meaning when being in romantic relationship. Mia Zarekova 22. The fact that one word can have different meanings, or it can be a noun or a verb. Angela Ortiz Guerrero 23. As someone who natively speaks English and has interacted with foreigners for the better part of this year, some of the things I say took some explaining. On an airplane once I said, "No, it's okay," and the stewardess was very confused because I said, "No," and "okay" in the same sentence. Emily Wascora 24. 2 words, I'm thinking about Worcester and paradigm. Worcester and paradigm. Lucy Lihero 25. Daughter and laughter. Fiona Jane McMillan 26. Good and food. Mindy Wallace 27. The way the Brits pronounce Warwick, Leicester and some other cities. Anna Raluca Catanian 28. My Irish stepfather used to say, draw the blinds for shedding the curtains. J. Flamey Iones 29. The way you have to order adjectives was the hardest for me to learn when I was a kid. Opinion, size, shape, color, origin, material, purpose, noun. Estefania Cortez Macias 30. The fact that love is the only word to use for the different kinds of love. Like in Spanish, there is a word for the love of a close family member, a lover, a different word for a friend, or for loving a type of food or thing. A different word for different types of love. Alex Morgan 31. The same letter or combination can be pronounced in different ways. Cat, cake, car, makes it awfully confusing in the beginning. Alina Singh 32. 2 words for movement, come, and go, could be just one word. Christina Smirnoff 33. I'm always afraid to mess up with phrases that involve common words like make out, blow out, pull out, etc. Anna Ibarra 34. Syntax. The words have to be in the same order. There's not much wiggle room. So then, how do you know which part of the sentence is the most important one? Alina Singh 35. The difference between th versus the and b versus v sounds. As a Spanish speaker, I don't have those different sounds. Estefania Cortez Macias responses have been edited and condensed for clarity. Related coverage. 50 Americanisms that don't make sense to foreigners. What people call their moms and dads in other countries. Why do we call dollars bucks?